What's up, Jit? Oh my god, do I have a breakdown for y'all today. You know it's my favorite day, squatting. Today, we moved down the reps and we moved up the RPE. So 2 weeks ago, 9 reps RPE 8. Last week, 9 reps RPE 7. This week, 7 reps RPE 9. So I got to go there today, baby, and that's what I love to do. Load that bar up nice and heavy. Previously, the most I did 315 for was 5 squat, and that was RPE 10 back when I did it. And this session, RPE 9, 7 reps with 315. And that just felt amazing to get. Like, it felt like I could feel the progression or really see the progression. And let's take a look at that. Watching it back, I'm satisfied with how the lift went, all the reps. Something that isn't on the video is my lift off and my walk back. On the lift off, I felt a little unsteady, and I kind of did on the walk back. And even when I got settled and before that first rep, I felt a little shaky, but I knew I had it. I sent it, and I was satisfied with the set, like I'm saying. Going into next session, maybe as I warm up, I think for like bench press especially is something I've been doing, or something I had done previously was almost like too much warming up. So when I got to my top set, I felt like I was a little exhausted. And then I realized, based on like my training and knowing myself, I should be able to be a little bit more confident to make a bigger jump on my top set from a warm-up set. And I think it would improve my performance. So for my bench press, it's been paying off nicely. After today, doing this session of squats, I think what I should do is like less reps but heavier weight, just to get my body used to that, the feeling of all that weight on me, the walk back, everything. So that's a good note to take into next session. Now we have the last set. Here I tried to focus on the pause like I was talking about last week. Let's take a look. I mean, shit, he said it. It's too easy. I definitely got the pauses that I liked, and I actually really liked the pace that I worked with. Coming off of the 315 and doing 85%, about 85% of the weight, I felt really good. I was moving that thing. So, great back downs. The intensity is arguable. I'm finding that improving these main lifts isn't about going to failure every time. I'm realizing that somebody else created this program, and they're 10 times, 100 times, a million times smarter than me. They know so much more about training. And so I'm learning so much just from them putting it out there and me experimenting and doing my own things. So I definitely encourage you guys to do your own experimentation and try and figure out some stuff about yourselves. On the compound lifts, it starts with a high rep range and a low RPE. So like, let's say it's bench press, 12 reps at RPE 7. This is like you're working on your top set with a weight that you could have done 15 and you're only doing 12. And so coming from my old habits of training, it was like my top set. I need to go there every time. I need to go to failure, or I need to get close to it. And now that I'm kind of like using the concept of building momentum throughout the phases of these weeks, I'm realizing that my body, especially I think my central nervous system, is able to recover so much better. So and comparing it to the way that I'm progressing my other exercises, they have rep ranges, and I approach it with whatever intensity from the start. I mean, I'm at the point now where I'm pretty familiar with where I'm at on these accessories that I've been doing. I've been doing a lot of the same movements for a long time. Another thing I encourage you guys to do is stick with the same movements at least for a month. Like, a month is short. I'm telling you guys, I've been doing the same movements for like approaching 9 months now, and it has paid incredible dividends. I'm trying to build a great base level of strength to then maybe get a little bit more funky and mix some things up. The point of this is, on your accessories, you can probably get closer to this failure that you want after you've done the work on the compound that might be like the needle mover for you, or like whatever your goal is. Personally, as I shared this, I think in my About Me video, my goals are, like I said before, to build this great base level of strength. And to me, I want 3 plates on bench and 4 on squat and deadlift. And I think I'm going to get the squat and deadlift much sooner than the bench press. I'm not sure how that's going to go, but we'll see. And that's another time where I'll find out a lot about myself. Sorry about the rant. We're going to move on to what I did. So, second exercise is a chest supported row to kind of give your lower body a chance to recover. Last session I had done 12, 12, 15, and I was trying to beat the cumulative reps this time. I was with my roommate, and there was one of my friends at the gym, and we were just like talking a little bit of wasted time, and my roommate had work, and we were trying to get him to work, but like I couldn't really like butt out of this conversation. So we were in a bit of a rush. I didn't warm up at all before this, which I didn't like. I didn't do like any warm-ups at even like 75 pounds. I was working with 150 pounds this week. So I did 12, 12, 15, and I did beat last time I did 12, 12, 15. This time I did 12, 13, 15. So I beat my cumulative reps by 1, but like I'm saying, I think if I would have warmed up, I would have felt a little bit better throughout those sets. Next, we did hack squat. I was moving up the weight, like I said last week, from 230 to 270. And I did the 230 for 12, 12, 12. So that's time to move up. 270, 976. I think that I would have expected myself to do a little bit better, but like I'm saying, this compound movement kind of exhausted me before. So I think it was like a good time. It worked out well that I was moving up the weight and I had a high intensity there, because my rep range that I'm going for is somewhere like in 6 to 12. So like on my first, I got 976. Now I'm going to try and get like 999. And once I get 999, next session, that first set, I'm going to go for 12. Like if I don't get there, I don't get there. This session, I got 9, I went for 12. Like that was my mindset, is like I'm getting 12. I didn't, unfortunately, but that gives me a lot of room to improve, and we love that. Last exercise was hip thrust. So this is where my roommate had to leave me early, unfortunately. This is a reminder for myself. Next time on the next squat day, I'll probably also be with my roommate, and we need to do the hip thrust after the chest supported row so he can get some hamstring work in. And it doesn't really matter to me like what order that's going to happen in, the hip thrust over the hack squat. The row we want to keep there so we can get a little bit of a break, but we'll do the hip thrust next. I moved up the weight on this, and it felt good. I was dying by the end of this session. I have no idea. I think I was a little bit dehydrated the day before, so I'm super satisfied, like I'm saying, with my performance on the 315 for 7. But I was like telling my guy, I was like, bro, I'm on yak alert. Like I feel like I'm about to throw up. I was just going through it, like the ab work and the supersetting and all of that. So I was moving up the weight. I wanted to start easy. My rep range was 6 to 10, and I did 6 and 6 on my first 2 sets. And then by the end, like I was done with my ab work. I was supersetting with calves. I got to recover a little bit, and I was like, I'm finna empty the clip. I went for 10 and I got 10. I think next time what I would like to do is do the top set with 10 and see if I can match it 3 times. If I match it 3 times, we're moving it up. You know the rules. Now let's break down the ab work. I think in one of my previous videos, I was in my last deadlift video, I was mentioning that I wanted to do a warm-up set without weight, and then instead of doing warm-up 3 pounds, 5 pounds, I was just going to do warm-up 5, and I did exactly that. My first set, I did get 20, second, 15. And honestly, That was on me. I could have sat there and suffered through it. I think I gave up. And I was a little bit disappointed in myself, I won't lie. But like I'm saying, I was on yak alert and stuff. So then after that second set with the 5, like only getting 15, I was like, I expect more from myself. Not because I'm disappointed with 15 reps. It's because I'm disappointed with my intensity and my effort and my care. So let's be a little bit better about that, Josh. Okay? Let's bring it. If we're gonna go into this exercise, it doesn't have to be to failure like I'm saying, but let's bring it a little bit, okay? That's all I got for you. Have a good one.